What's going on, YouTube? Titus here with another Master Duel video. We're still playing Invoked Shaddoll Dogmatika because I absolutely love playing this. And rank is reset, so it's time to climb that ladder. Here's the list. It's not any different. I haven't changed anything since the last video, so if you want to break down, you can go check out some of the other videos. We're going to play a game against Spyral, and it was a hell of a game. So with that, let's jump into it. Alright, so here's the game. Starting out, our hand isn't so bad, really. We have Terraforming to get Meltdown, and we have the Shaddoll Fusion with the Windy and the Skalmata. So uninterrupted, we can end on Mechaba plus Winda. So, let's go ahead and start the duel off. We're going to just always go ahead and activate Terraforming, see if we can bait out any kind of interruption. They don't go for it. We're going to activate Meltdown. Meltdown is going to go ahead and grab Alistair, but they're going to max C us here, which is kind of a problem. We don't want to give them a bunch of cards. So, gotta figure out a way around this a little bit. My first thought was, let's go ahead and activate Shaddoll Fusion. Let's try and get just Winda on the field, pass, and see what happens, but they go ahead and Ash that. That sucks, but we can keep going. So that's going to resolve. We're going to go ahead and summon the Alistair, grab the Invocation. And because we don't want to give them more cards, we're actually going to activate Invocation now, sending Fleur-de-Lis to Grave and the Alistair for the Mechaba. Now, I will say, this could be played slightly differently. If we really wanted to, we could have normal summon Alistair, and then if they didn't use Ash Blossom there, we could have done all of the Alistair plays. Did the Invocation, got Alistair back, like we're about to right now. We're going to activate Invocation, shuffle it back, grab Alistair, and then we could have used Shaddoll Fusion. With Mechaba on field, we can negate the Ash. Or, if they would have negated the Alistair with the Ash Blossom, then we could have gone ahead and activated Shaddoll Fusion, and with Winda on the field, and it could have been probably a little stronger, but you don't really know. Hindsight is kind of 20/20 in this instance. Sometimes one Mechaba negate on a well-timed card can really slow their plays down and allow you to recuperate, because we still have 2 in hand, plus the Alistair for a follow-up. So let's go ahead and see what happens. We're going to end phase after the Invocation, shuffle back, grab Alistair, draw standby. They have 5 cards, and they activate Spyral Resort. So those of you who don't know, Spyral is an insane engine. This deck is crazy. It just keeps going, and it can end on some pretty crazy boards. It was a hell of a format to see, like 2017 and 2017, 2018, and then 2019 it made a resurgence when Master Plan came back. Since then they banned Master Plan in the TCG, but I played against this deck and so many times in locals. It's so frustrating. I played against that deck with this deck. So here we go. They're going to grab Super Agent. They're going to fire Super Agent blind. What Super Agent does is it has to call the top card. If it calls the top card, it special summons, and then it gets to do stuff. They call Monster. It's Shaddoll Fusion, so they don't get to summon. They're going to activate 1 for 1. They're going to discard that Super Agent. They're going to grab Quick Fix. They're going to activate Where Arf Thou. Not Art Thou. Where Arf Thou, because it's a dog in the background, if you can see it right there, a little puppy. So if you control a level 1 monster, add 1 level 1 monster from your deck to your hand during the end phase of this turn. You take 2,000 damage if you did not normal summon the added monster or a card with the same name after activating this card. But they're going to go ahead and grab Magician Souls. They don't care about that 2,000 damage. They care about drawing cards and having extenders. So they're going to go ahead and activate Magician Souls. They're going to special summon it to the field by dumping Master Plan, which is absolutely insane that they can do that with this card, because it is a spellcaster, which is crazy. And they're going to activate Big Red. Big Red is the targets the monster in your graveyard special summon if you do equip this card. So they're going to go ahead and target that Master Plan. It's basically premature burial for the archetype. They're going to activate Master Plan. They're going to go ahead and grab their Spyral Mission Rescue. They're going to activate Souls. They're going to send Big Red and the Rescue Mission to draw 2 cards, because Souls says draw 2, which is nuts. They draw 2 cards, they link to, or they don't link. I thought they were going to link, but they actually exceeds into Recitable Starling. They give Master Plan a boost. They detach Quick Fix to grab DD Crow. I don't know if I like this play. It seems weird, but Quick Fix is back in the grave, which is fine, right? and they grab DD Crow. I understand the grabbing of DD Crow. They want to get rid of Alistair for the constant follow-up, but it just seems odd to grab that card. But they had a plan. So they're going to activate Rescue. It banishes to special summon. So they're going to special summon Super Agent. Super Agent's going to trigger to destroy my Meltdown. Then Quick Fix gets to trigger by discarding a card. Go ahead and summoning. Then Quick Fix triggers again. Adding Last Resort. They're going to link 2. This is Cerberus. So if you notice, we didn't interact with them and with Mecha Ball anytime during this because there was really nothing that threatened us just yet. Now we have something that threatens us, so we have to get rid of the Cerberus. So they're going to do Master Plan Chainlink 1, Cerberus Chainlink 2. They're going to discard Call by the Grave. We have to negate and banish this. We discard Skullmata. It's going to go ahead and resolve. That go ahead negates the Cerberus, banishes it. Master Plan will trigger. Go ahead and draw the Sleeper and another Spyral Last Resort. Hey, fun fact, guys. Last Resort is not a hard once per turn. It can be activated again. So they go ahead and grab another Super Agent. Banishing 3 cards from the grave to go ahead and special summon Sleeper. They activate Last Resort. They equipped the Last Resort. And so this right here is how I knew what their game plan was. Their win con was to summon Sleeper, which, to be fair, this card's pretty crazy. This card says you can be special summoned by banishing 3 Spyral cards from your grave. Cannot be special summoned in any other ways. Once per turn during either player's turn, you can target 1 Spyral card you control and 2 cards, up to 2 cards, your opponent controls and destroy them. If this card on the field is destroyed by a battle or card effect and sent to the grave, destroy as many cards you control as possible. If you do, special summon 1 Spyral Super Agent from your hand or deck. But it has equipped Spiral Gear Last Resort, which you can target 1 Spyral monster you control, equip this monster from your hand to the field to that target. While this card is equipped to a monster by this effect, your equipped monster cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. So you know that whole thing where it targets 1 card, destroys it, and then targets 2 of your cards and destroys it? Yeah, that doesn't matter. Because of Last Resort, Sleeper just destroys 2 of your cards and then you don't get destroyed. So, deck's pretty crazy. So we know this is their win con. Last Resort tells us, or Spyral Resort tells us that we can't target their cards. And Last Resort, Spiral Gear, tells it that I can't destroy this by battle. Or card effects. So they go ahead and link summon into Double Helix here. This would be the spot to hit if we didn't have to do it with the Cerberus. They go ahead and call spells because they know they're going to summon Drones. Drones is going to fix the top 3 cards of our deck. They're going to go enter into battle phase. They're going to attack into us. We choose not to use Alistair here because it can't be destroyed by battle anyway. It doesn't necessarily matter. We want the follow-up more than we necessarily want the Mecha Ball on the field. They hit us for 19. Main phase 2, end phase. They take 2,000. Triggers Last Resort, or triggers Spiral Resort, shuffles back an Ash Blossom. We draw Aerial, which they knew we were going to draw. So we're in a bit of a pickle here. We have Alistair. And we have 2 Shaddoll monsters. 2 Shaddoll monsters means Apcalone. Apcalone is a crazy card. So we're going to go ahead and enter main phase. We're going to activate Alistair. If they Ash us here, we lose the game. But they don't. We grab Invocation. We go ahead and link off this Alistair for Almirage, and we do this because we don't want our cards to be destroyed by card effects at this point, so we want some insurance here. And this is going to go ahead and tell them to trigger the and destroy the Almirage. We're going to activate Invocation. They're going to DD Crow, but it's too bad, sucker. We didn't want that card anyway. They're going to DD Crow the Alistair. Invocation is going to go ahead and summon Apcalone. We summon Apcalone to the extra monster zone because we need Apcalone to hit the grave with Gravity Controller here in a second. But there's 2 effects of Apcalone. The first one we're going to do is target a card on the field and permanently negate its effects. So we're going to go ahead and target... Oh, sorry. Chainlink 1 will be Wendy. Chainlink 2 will be Apcalone targeting the resort. And Chainlink 3 will be Aerial banishing all the other Spiral cards in the grave. Banish 3. Apcalone resolves. Wendy is going to special summon a beast. We're going to activate Invocation, grab that Alistair back. We've already normal summoned, but we're going to go ahead and send Apclone to the grave to do Gravity Controller, and that means Apclone is going to trigger, meaning we're going to draw one, discard one. We're going to grab Shaddoll Fusion, discarding Alistair. We're going to activate Shaddoll Fusion because they control a monster from the extra deck. We get to special summon from our grave. We're going to send Dragon and Eldritch. This is important. Eldritch is a crazy card and always has recursion. And Construct basically just says pop a card if it was special summon. Dragon is going to get rid of that card in the back that protects the sleeper. So we're going to go ahead and summon our Construct here. Chainlink 1 Dragon, we're targeting the back row, and then Chainlink 2 Construct, we're going to send a card. We're going to go ahead and send Schism because we need follow-up in case Construct goes to grave. We're going to pop. We're going to summon Construct, or we're going to attack with Construct into the sleeper. It's going to trigger, destroy everything to go ahead and summon back out Double Helix. Main phase 2, end phase. We're back in the game at least. They activate Double Helix. It's a monster, which is a Maxi. They got lucky. Special summon triggers Double Helix. Are gonna activate. Grab back the sleeper agent, or the sleeper, not the sleeper agent. Link 2 into Tri-Gate Wizard. Banishing 3, summoning sleeper. Sleeper is going to target 2, destroy. Now, because it wasn't equipped with the last resort, it had to be destroyed. And we're going to activate Construct here, grabbing back the Shaddoll Fusion because they have a Tri-Gate Wizard. We need the card back. They're going to attack into our Beast. We're going to get to draw 2 cards here and discard 1. We don't need the Shaddoll Fusion, so we're going to go ahead and discard it. And we know Maxi was there. Drawing 1, Punishment Shaddoll Fusion. It's pretty good. We're going to set 2. We're going to activate Eldritch. We're going to send Shaddoll Fusion because it's kind of dead right now anyway. We're going to go ahead and summon this Eldritch, the Golden Lord. And now we're going to play Beatdown. Go into battle phase and attack over. And now the opponent is down to a lot of their resources in the graveyard and all down to top decking. And we have insurance. We have Maxi in case they start comboing, and we have punishment to stop some plays. Standby main. They're going to activate Lightning Storm. They call monsters, which is a mistake because Eldritch can't be destroyed by card effects when it was summoned by its own effect from the graveyard. So nothing happens. Goes down to 2,500 when the turn passes over. We're going to draw. We're going to get Skalmata. We're going to go ahead and attack here. We're not going to summon the Skalmata because we can't do lethal right now. So there's no point to just summon the Skalmata at this time. Instead, it's better to set the Skalmata in case they can break the board a little bit and get the effect later. So we're going to go ahead and punch in for 2,500. We're going to set the Skalmata because its flip effect is a Man-Eater bug. It will destroy a card on the field if it's flipped face up. Draw, standby, main. And they end. This looks like the end of the game, folks. We're going to go ahead and draw. We drew Meltdown. We're going to activate the Meltdown. We're not trying to BM here, I promise. We're going to get some recursion in case they stop the attack somehow, some way. But what we're going to do is, we're going to grab the Alistair. We're going to go into battle phase. We're going to declare the attack. And they didn't have anything to stop us. Who knows? They could have been playing Battle Fader. It's hard to say. It's not good, but it's possible. Or Gores. Gores is a crazy card. So that way, main phase 2, if they did stop us in any way, shape, or form, we have Invocation and we can just kind of pop off from there. It really wouldn't have mattered. This was a really fun duel. I think the Spyral player was really hoping on Sleeper being their win con and not other ways to do things, which I don't blame them. That's a crazy win condition. But you underestimated how good Shaddoll can grind out things after a little while. And that's going to be the end of this video, guys. Please, 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 if you like the video, if you like the content, please like the video. I always do that. I don't know why. I'm not good at this at all. It's fine. It really helps out the channel, and if you're liking all of these commentaries, especially Invoked Shaddoll Dogmatika, because I really like commentating this deck, subscribe to the channel for more. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Happy dueling, everybody.